Here we are, deeply beloved viewers. I'm back in the saddle, doing a follow-up video for you, catching up with requests. So I've had a lot of requests for Barbara Underwood, the Attorney General in New York, and I'll do her in a moment. But I've also been asked about Andrew Jents, and he's the Democrat who's going for Devin Nunes' seat in California. We are really hoping he can deliver the goods. It's important that Nunes gets voted out, totally out. So let's hope. Okay, we'll have a look now. So the first cab off the rank is going to be Andrew Jents. Let's see what the cards say about him, shall we? Okay, Andrew Jents, California. He's a lawyer, wants to serve the community, child of immigrants. At least he says he's there for public service. So let's see. Andrew Jents. Oops. Card fell out. Two cards fell out. I'll tell you what they are, but I'll put them back because I hadn't finished. The Hierophant and the Page of Cups. Trump and the Lad. So let's see if they reappear in some incarnation. Okay, back they go in the deck for now. I'm going to keep shuffling. Okay, Andrew Jents. Andrew Jents. What do we need to know about Andrew Jents? I'm going to do a Celtic cross for him. I don't want these readings to be too long, viewers, because I want to get a few out for you. Okay. Difficult start. Difficult start for him. Okay, now in the center, his card is the Ace of Wands. So, Wands, just reminding you, those learning tarot, wands are energy, wands are fire. This is the club. So with the club, he will need the club because he has to get over one of the names, let's say, in the GOP. Nunes has got a lot to answer for. So he's not going to get this seat, and he's not going to get rid of Nunes by charm alone. He has to be prepared to fight, and that is there, so that's all right. In his past, it's almost like he toyed with being a Republican. He's a prosecutor, he's not a defense lawyer, so he's not shy of that conservative justice agenda that I'm not particularly fond of. You know, let's lock up the poor and let's fill the jails with Hispanics and African Americans and Native Americans and everyone who's non-Anglo. But I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I think he toyed with republicanism. This is in his past. But came out with his deeper roots, which was that of a Democrat. What's across that? The Eight of Swords, difficult stuff. This is not an easy card. To a certain extent, his hands have been tied. So I wonder if that is through the donor system, viewers. He might have had his hands tied, and the rest of the reading will give us an idea on whether he's kicked the shackles or whether his hands are still tied, because he's no good to California if his hands stay tied. So I'm wondering if there's a bit of a complication with Andrew Jents' story. At the root of his reading, the Seven of Swords. Oh dear, for those of you who are Andrew Jents fans, and I've only looked at him briefly online, he's got a nice smile, but this is the rip-off card. This is the rip-off card. I'm a bit worried. I have to say, viewers, I am worried. Okay, a bit further back, the Lovers. Okay, that can be he fell in love with his partner in high school and it's the Lovers card, you know, that stuff. Or it can be a deal. And this is always my Republican card. Can't say I'm happy. No. Okay, on top, what is the overall tone for him? It's the Knight of Wands. That's okay. That's quite balanced. So it's young enough to be a knight. He's not that old. He's got the energy of the knight. He's going into fight, and he needs to because he got the club that he has to wield. But looking at this card carefully, holding back the horse as well. So in other words, it's not charging stupidly and mindlessly forward. He has got a good brain and he is proceeding with enthusiasm but caution. That's okay. What's coming out a bit further here? Yeah, commerce and trade. He's the son of immigrants, so he understands immigration. But this is commerce and trade, so I'm thinking he understands the bigger economic picture. Okay. He wouldn't be impressed with the stupid, retarded tariffs that Trump has brought in because it would be affecting those in his electorate. So this is a man of education and principle in trade. It's not just money grabbing, so I'm pleased to see the Three of Wands there. How does he see himself? Okay, he sees himself in terms of the Nine of Cups. He sees himself as someone who can offer emotional fulfillment to others. But again, it's not my favourite card. There's a bit of self-satisfaction with this card. You know, perhaps that feeling I'm the only one who can do this. But at this stage, I'm going to say the more usual interpretation of this card is bringing together the things in life that he wants, and if he wants a political role, he can have it. So that represents he's got a good chance of success right next to the Knight of Wands in terms of getting this seat. He's in with a chance. What is his challenge? Out in the cold. Okay, so his challenge could be that he doesn't get the support he needs. Not so. My vibe on this is not so much from voters. He'd probably be quite popular amongst voters. He might not get the Democratic Party support he needs to unseat Nunes. They should be prioritising this seat, and I'm not sure they will be. They might assume everyone's over Nunes. This guy will get in, we'll give him $5 for his campaign or something. That might force him in bed with more dodgy donors. I don't like it. I'm just saying. The environment. The moon. Deception. I'm not necessarily saying he's deceptive, but I don't think he's got a good relationship with the Democratic Party. This is what's coming out overall to me on an intuitive level. The party is not getting behind this guy. Does anyone have any more real background on him? It's not a radiant reading, you'd have to say. Short-term outcome. Oh, Nine of Swords, in for a major disappointment. Look, look, I'll do one more card and then I'll tell you what I'm thinking. further out. King of Wands, bit more positive, might be enough, don't know. Okay, I'm not feeling the love, viewers. I didn't have a particular opinion when I came in, but I thought anyone who's going to unseat Nunes is my best mate. I wanted to like him. I didn't have anything against him. But I have to say, this reading is saying this guy might well be compromised. He's not got the support of the party. It's not looking good. I think it's one of those cases. He got the King of Wands at the end, which could be success despite all the setbacks. Full marks to him if he gets up, despite everything I've said. And, of course, I could be wrong. However, viewers, as you know, doesn't happen all that often. So, Andrew Jents, all the best, but, you know, you've got all your work cut out ahead of you for that. Does anyone know of anything that's suspicious about him? Who's he been in bed with? Has he changed political affiliations more recently? Has he always been a Democrat? I don't know. I'm not spending any more time on him now. Like I said, could be wrong. Could be wrong. Depends how much people hate Nunes, too. Okay, I want to mix these cards up now. And moving on to Barbara Underwood. So, Barbara Underwood, New York Attorney General. You don't get that gig as a woman unless you're a tough cookie. I'd like to know more about her and some of the cases she's taken forward. Look, she's in the judiciary in the New York system. She would know the Trumps like the back of her hand. She would know what vile excesses they are capable of. But in this case, it's really, how far is she going to push the Cohen case? Right? So I don't know much about her personally. I'm going to do a little short one on her character and then on what's going to happen with her and the Cohen case. So, Barbara Underwood. Oops. Don't count that. I hadn't really started shuffling. All right. Tell me about Barbara Underwood. Barbara Underwood. Barbara Underwood. She's not a spring chicken. I think she's in her 70s. Oh, that fell out. She works really hard. Barbara Underwood. Barbara Underwood. All right. What came out? The Ten of Wands. Can be the card of the martyr, but there's no reason for her to be a martyr in this context so early on. I'm thinking it represents its more conventional, straightforward meaning, which is she's carried a burden for a very long time and she works bloody hard. Okay, what else is going on for Barbara Underwood? All right. In the past, she has had big battles in life, generally. I'd say big battles. If she's in her 70s in this position, when she was a young lawyer, my intuitive feeling is she battled for other women lawyers and she battled for a place in a very ugly game. New York's never been an easy town, and she had to make sacrifices for her family to do the job and be in the position she's in today. That could lend towards the martyr card, but not martyr in a negative way, or just being a martyr. Martyr in a positive way. She sacrificed a lot for the greater good. Underneath that, she is a great speaker, a great orator. This is the card of the public speaker. She's very impressive on her feet. She is no slouch with the law. On top here, and I kind of like this, I got it a few times in earlier readings. We often shortcut it and call it the miser card, which is a bit mean in a way. It's holding on to money, even the feet are on money, clasping money. But if you see, I take that to be New York in the background. So I take this to, in the reading of the Attorney General of New York, obviously she's not short of money. I don't think it's about her personal wealth. I think she's reclaiming money for the city of New York. Right, that's how I'm allowing this card to be read. It's her holding on to New York money that has been going AWOL under these people, the Manaforts, the Trumps and the Cohens. She's working, this is group work, she's already working very hard on this case. Regardless of where it goes, she's working and following the black money, but also she's working with very high caliber people. This card in the Rider-Waite deck is about, you see, the couple who are coming to talk to the Master Mason. They only want the best. It's about quality. So my feel is she's assembling a team to go forward in some role with the legal stuff that is happening in New York as we speak. You see, New York doesn't have to be convinced, does it, viewers? They know how filthy these people are. They know already. So this is about, will she go ahead and, in legal terms, assassinate Cohen? Or will she use Cohen to go further up the food chain to the illustrious president? Can you believe it? I still can't believe to this day that the inarticulate pussy grabber is in the White House. So first, will she go Cohen? Quickly on that. Oh, speaking of quickly, things are happening very quickly. Yes. Okay. Why I'm saying quickly, 8 of Wands, things are happening fast. She's not letting the grass grow under her feet. She's taken swords in the back. But you know what? She doesn't care. She's a gal. I like her. This is communication, this is negotiation, this is deals to be done. I think with Cohen. This, the 2 of Wands, it's not a million miles from the 3 of Wands, you know, deals over the water, the world in the palm of the hand. But because of the other tones of this, I take this to be Cohen. Cohen holds the key. She knows that. She's going to apply the thumb screws and win the Queen of Wands. Don't fuck about with this woman, the Queen of Wands. So she has legal power. She has personal power and charisma. But the Black Cat is also on another level, on a spiritual level almost. She has all sorts of power and she will use it. So, the next mini question. Has she got the power to extract from Cohen what's needed to actually bring down Trump? We use this term bring down Trump. There's hundreds of things that could bring down Trump, and lawyers are working their asses off in all sorts of cases doing that. So there's no single thing that's going to bring down Trump. It's like this death by 1,000 cuts. It's a painful process. It at best will be another thing that points at Trump. But let's see. The connection. Can Barbara Underwood bring out the connection that will help sink Trump? Barbara Underwood, Cohen and Trump. Barbara Underwood, Cohen and Trump. Remember, right from the beginning of these readings, guys, I saw women lawyers all the time. And when we talk about women who bring down Trump, Stormy already, via Avenatti, has had a huge role. Omarosa's, lifting up her skirts and doing all that. There's lots of women. There's now back, is there a love child of Donald Trump? All of this is being talked about again, and still lots of women are involved. But women lawyers, because they've had to fight so hard, the women of this generation, to get to where they're going. They are tough. So, we have the Apprentice card, the universe's little chuckle, the Apprentice. But it's also the detail. This is about the detail. Has she got the detail? Oh, there again. I'm now going to call this the Barbara Underwood card, holding on to New York's money. Underneath this, walking away. Is this her walking away, or who is walking away? I'm not sure. Okay, I'll come back to walking away because I'm wondering what it is about. Oh, I just had an idea of what it's about. The Hierophant. This is her. This is law and order. This is processes. Doing things the right way. The boring, slow way, but the correct way. This can be like a pope-like figure, but it's also judges' robes with lesser attorneys looking at the judge. She is one powerful woman. Battles, battles, battles. Winning some and losing some. Is this Cohen or is it Barbara Underwood? Okay, I'm telling you what I'm psychically hearing, viewers. If Cohen wants to walk away, meaning walking away for Cohen means 3 to 6 years getting off lightly. Walking away for Cohen does not mean walking away scot-free. It means not spending 120 years in jail. That's walking away. So I think it's to say to Cohen, like has been talked about in the press, if he's prepared to go all the way, and why wouldn't we think he is, because he was so upset, basically Trump left him on the side of the road and sped off, leaving dust in his face. And that was the point at which Cohen turned. And walking away for Cohen, 3 to 6 years. Outcome. Victories and losses, not being popular. Is this Barbara Underwood going ahead and not caring if she's unpopular? Or, once again, I was talking about Cohen and Trump. I'm thinking, this is Cohen. I'm thinking Cohen. This is him. He's got his swords up. He's gone, no holds barred now. I am not going to spend 120 years in jail for this man. I don't care. That's my take on this outcome card. We will see, viewers, as it all transpires. Is it not fascinating in the most ghoulish fashion? All right, I love you all. I love you all. More videos to come.